And can I tell you, that is really awesome? It is really awesome. Scott Adams, the Dilbert cartoonist, said, consultants have credibility because they are not dumb enough to work at your company. I thought that was hilarious. On a serious note, this brings me to the third secret, VCP. And some of you may have heard of this: visibility, credibility, profitability. I learned about VCP from my mentor, Art Radke, who used to own the local BNI franchise. All of the marketing that I personally do is attached to the VCP model. So let me give you some examples of that. First of all, there's visibility. Prospects need to know that I exist. Currently, I attend two groups, monthly events, pretty much every month. I run the programs for Nabo Greater DC, so as far as visibility goes, it is pretty hard to miss the person standing in the front of the room every month. So that does give me a considerable amount of visibility. So I'm around the same people as well as the new attendees each month. That's important because relationships are built through the shared experiences with people, not from running here and there and meeting new people all the time. It's from the shared experiences. Additionally, I have sent an e-newsletter consistently, mostly consistently, which is pretty good for how this, things come out. You guys know what I'm talking about, since 2001. So that's about 10 years. So my follow-up from my events is that I work with people to get them on the newsletter list. And while we're on that, if anybody today would like to subscribe and you're not a subscriber, you can just write that on your card and give it to me or to my mom, which would be great. And we'll take care of that. So I've said to a few clients, another bold statement here, it really doesn't matter to me if somebody opens my e-newsletter and read it. And some of you are thinking, how can you possibly say that when you're going to the trouble to write this? And I'll tell you why. Because if you see my name going into your inbox once or twice a month for 10 years, you know who I am. I don't care if you don't read it, that's okay. I mean, you're missing out on something. No, I'm just kidding. But, really, that is exactly what I'm looking. That accomplishes my goal of visibility. You know who I am. Okay, next is credibility. Credibility is a challenging one because you can't really walk up to people and say, "Hi, Kathy. I'm really credible. I'm very good at what I do, and you really should trust me." It loses all meaning in that approach. So the credibility really needs to come from an outside source. Although I may have heard Wanda say that once. No, I'm just kidding. Or was it Ann? Was it you? You said that once, Ann? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So, again, I try to live up to my own personal standards, and what I see is that over time, people do notice that you're consistent with your standards. They do notice that. Another way to have credibility is through the work of my PR person, Polly Elmore, the woman who is standing up front with the flip phone on me. Being covered by the media increases your credibility. Thanks to Polly, I was on Let's Talk Live with Natasha Barrett on News Channel 8 last year, twice. Also thanks to Polly, I had a regular column on WomenEntrepreneur.com, and when they folded in early 2011, what they did was take 3 of my columns and put them over to Entrepreneur.com. So that's very cool. And one of them is an article on Kathy Benson of Office Remedies. Kathy, can you raise your hand? That's Kathy. She's awesome, and it really is a great article to read. And she is the person who said, you only have one chance to raise your children. Your business can grow over time. You can do other things. You got one chance to raise your children. And she's got 2 strong adult children now at this point, and so she's been a good example for that. And I will tell you that article on Kathy was really well read. Okay, so visibility, credibility, profitability follows from visibility and credibility. For me, it's putting together all the things that I've already mentioned, plus other concepts and tactics. And I found that I need to be involved in whatever the activity is for about 18 months before the profitability happens.